Welcome to Ultra to this new video, and in this video I want to share with you some new accessibility features which I have found in macOS Monterey or macOS 12. So let's begin. Use the timestamps below the like button to skip around different accessibility features. So the first feature that we actually have is the new VoiceOver recognition ability to download multiple languages for offline use. So let me share now where to find it and how that looks. So in the VoiceOver program, so type in just not VoiceOver, not Siri, here voice. You will get to this program here, and now under the tab VoiceOver recognition you can enable it here, and you can see your Mac will speak descriptions of images and apps and on the web. And now here you have now download languages, so you can actually download multiple languages like English, French, German, Italian, everything. And if you actually want to use that, even if you're online, you can also enable that here, so you can do that also on device. But it's actually precise if you use it on the web internet with the internet feature and not on device. But if you want to enable it here, you can enable it. It's super simple, and that's great that we actually now have the ability to actually download multiple languages. So if you speak multiple languages like me, it's actually a great thing. So the next feature, or yes, new change, which we have in this accessibility settings is under accessibility, and then under the spoken content tab you have now the option to actually choose the volume of the spoken content. So if you have like those settings enabled, like speak announcements or speak selections or any of those items, you can actually now change the volume of the spoken content, so you don't have to change it with your normal max volume of the Mac itself. So it just separately, and that's something great, because if you're watching videos and using the things speak item under the pointer, it can be annoying if the spoken content is very loud. So you can change it here like to 50%, and you can have normal volume on your Mac, and it's just like great that we now have this option on with VoiceOver. On iOS we had that very long, and I really appreciated that, and now I'm really happy that we have now a similar option now here on the Mac. Zoom is one of the changes, and I don't mean the application, I mean the zoom ability to zoom in into your Mac like that, has now a new actually settings panel which is really, really nice. And with this new settings panel, you can now change actually like more zoom features. So it has actually some new zoom features which I want to share it with you now. So go under your settings and then under zoom, accessibility, and then zoom. You find everything that we had before. You know, that's settings. And now if you go to advanced like before, you have now here a third option for follow focus. And here, as you see, we have here so much new settings that we can now actually change, like follow keyboard focus. We had that before, and the same applies for iOS, but now we can also say when it should follow, like always or never. And what now we also have like move screen image when focus item is, and you can also change your thing like off center edge, near center edge, and you just can now put like customize your follow focus actually more with zoom, which I really, really appreciate, and I really hope that we actually get this accessibility enhancements also on iOS, because on iOS the zoom feature with like trackpad on an iPad, or let's say the Magic Keyboard, it's not always a smooth experience. It's great, but like everything, I would like to that they will improve that as well, like here, because here, in my opinion, it was really great. I really, really enjoyed it, like the follow feature on the zoom on the Mac, but to have those new options, I really, really appreciate, and I really encourage you to try those new stuff out, or let's say to optimize it like you'd like to have, because if you do that, your experience will be just much, much more better. So let's go into the next feature. Another cool feature that we now have, which is kind of borrowed, like taken from the iPad and now straight to the Mac, is to change the mouse cursor's color, like the border and the color inside the mouse. Like here we have black at the inside and white borders, and you can really customize that like on iPadOS, and that's really great. And let me show you now where that feature is. So on your Mac, go again back to settings and accessibility, and then choose display, and under display you have now the option for pointer like before, and here you can still change the size of your pointer, but here, as you see here, we can actually change the color. So I actually set white borders and black at the inside, but that's the default, and I actually already customized that to yellows. If I want to restore that back, I can just tap it here, and you can see pointer outline color is now white and pointer fill color is black. But as you saw, you can just change it how you'd like to use it, like maybe blue, and here, I don't know, black. And this looks really interesting. So it's like that. And the same is also for iPadOS. You can also customize those stuff like here, and I think that's a great change, because it's sometimes much easier to find stuff uh, than the older cursor before. It wasn't bad, but in my opinion, to have the ability to change the color is just really helpful. It's those small things which actually makes the experience so much better. So let me bring it back, and that's really the change with this. It's a huge change, and yes. So let's go to the next feature, and that is the keyboard. So like on iOS, you had the ability to like use just only your keyboard to navigate the OS, and now with iPadOS 15 actually they actually changed a lot with that accessibility features, because they actually took some keyboard shortcuts from there and made it system-wide and everything like there. So you have now the option to use those commands, and you even don't have to use those accessibility features, but it was there with iOS 13. I don't know, I guess it was 5 or so when they added that you can just use your keyboard with your iPad, like to open up the control center and all that stuff. And now this has come to the Mac, and I think they will actually, like in macOS 13 and all those newer softwares which will come, add always more and more shortcuts from those accessibility features to the normal, like, yes, environment. It's not that accessibility isn't normal, it's kind of a great thing. It's like, if you like technology like me, it's like beta testing sometimes, and this is actually, in my opinion, not really something that's like a beta. It's really stable, this new feature. So let me show it to you where you can find it. It's under, again, accessibility, and there you will find it under the tab keyboard. So where is it? Here. And now, as you see here, you already have here those some of those commands, and you have actually the option to view some other stuff, like what's with the commands, and you can see which commands we do have. It's really huge, this library, and this is just some of them. Let's see, the control center is Fn plus C. So let's enable this feature, and let's tap now Fn plus C. So there is Fn, and there's C. So let's see if we can open the control center, and you see we can actually enable the control center, which is great. And we actually on iPadOS have this keyboard command actually without of enabling this feature, but as you see, it works. So I'm curious if this works with N. Yes, it actually works. So you can just tap the N button, and it will actually open up the notification center. I think this new accessibility features. A feature is really nice and allows you actually to use actually more and more your keyboard, because on macOS it was already you had used it with the keyboard, and now you can just really go hardcore with the keyboard if you're really a fan of keyboard shortcuts and everything. This will be actually also great for you too. And really, that are those new features, some of them which I found. If you have more features which you found out with accessibility, or which you like or something, or if you just have more features that you know that also is a accessibility feature, just write me down in the comments. And if you like that video, please leave a like so we can continue with this series. Maybe with iOS we can do a video, so what's new with accessibility features with iOS 15 or watchOS, and everything that's related to accessibility. Just write me a comment. I hope we will see us in the next video, and bye.